Hello, sports enthusiasts, and welcome back to Campus Chronicles Beyond the Game. I'm your host, Brian Post, here to take you on another journey through the traditions that shape the world of college football. Today, we head deep into the heart of Texas, where Bevo the Longhorn stands as a symbol of resilience, and into the hills of Tennessee, where Smokey, the loyal coonhound, leads the charge of the volunteers. These two titans of tradition have captivated fans, inspired players, and become icons that define their schools. In the world of college football, there are rivalries that run as deep as rivers and as wide as the plains of Texas. But few rivalries have the rich pageantry and color that we see between Bevo and Smokey. This is a non-conference rivalry, not even one rooted in geographical proximity, but it's one built on a shared respect and intense pride, fueled by two powerhouse traditions. The University of Texas and the University of Tennessee have crossed paths on the field only a handful of times. Yet, the folklore surrounding their mascots has grown into one of the most beloved storylines in all of college football. These two teams represent not only their states, but also their histories, cultures, and a fierce determination to defend what they stand for. The story of Bevo begins in 1916, a year when the Lone Star State was defining its identity, and Texas football was steadily carving its place in American sports history. That first Bevo, a sturdy Longhorn steer, was unveiled with great fanfare at the Texas Thanksgiving Day game. And why a Longhorn? Because the image of these horns, wide as the Texas sky, speak of power, independence, and strength, the very spirit of Texas. From his first appearance, Bevo became more than just a mascot. He was a phenomenon. Legend has it that in his early days, Bevo was rustled by students from Texas A&M, a kidnapping that spurred the Longhorns to reclaim him with pride. Over time, Bevo evolved from an occasional presence to an indomitable fixture at every home game, representing the spirit, toughness, and loyalty that Texans hold dear. Every iteration of Bevo has brought his own unique spirit to the university. In fact, each Bevo has been carefully selected to match the majesty and strength expected of a Longhorn. From his regal horns to his steely gaze, Bevo symbolizes the determination of the Longhorns and the unity of their fans, who rally behind him, rain or shine, loss or victory. Now, let's turn our gaze eastward to Tennessee, where the story of Smokey begins not with a steer, but with a proud blue-tick coonhound. In 1953, the student body held a contest to select their new mascot. Out of all the hounds, it was Smokey's howling bark, the sound of a true Tennessee coonhound, that captured the hearts of the volunteer faithful. With his classic blue-tick coat and those soulful, determined eyes, Smokey quickly became an icon. Smokey is no mere pet or sideline fixture. He's a living emblem of Tennessee's rugged determination and unwavering spirit. Each Smokey has carried on this legacy, leading the Vols onto the field, rallying the fans, and inspiring a fierce loyalty that has come to define Tennessee football. His presence alone brings a unique energy to Neyland Stadium, his barking echoing as a battle cry for volunteers near and far. Over the years, Smokey's duties have evolved, and each new Smokey is trained with an understanding of his role, not only as a symbol, but as a beloved member of the Tennessee family. With each bark, each leap, Smokey is there to remind everyone what it means to be a volunteer. But what makes this rivalry unique is the way these mascots and the traditions they represent intersect and highlight the cultures of their respective states. Texas and Tennessee share a bond in that it takes fierce pride in its heritage. They are places where honor, loyalty, and respect run deep. The rare times these two teams have met on the field, there's been an electricity in the air, a mutual respect heightened by the presence of Bevo and Smokey on the sidelines. On game day, the sight of Bevo on one sideline, his horns casting an imposing shadow, and Smokey on the other, his eyes sharp and alert, is nothing short of iconic. Together, they embody the intensity of college football, an atmosphere where tradition, rivalry, and respect converge. For the fans, this is not merely a game, but a celebration of history and spirit. The arrival of Bevo and Smokey stirs something powerful, something shared by fans of both teams. Texas and Tennessee are bonded by more than the sport. They are united by a deep love for the traditions that make them who they are. For the communities that support these mascots, Bevo and Smokey have become much more than school icons. They are symbols of identity. In Austin, Bevo is a living connection to the Lone Star legacy. And in Knoxville, Smokey is the embodiment of the volunteer spirit. Their impact goes beyond the game, reaching into the hearts of fans, alumni, and students who look at these mascots as symbols of pride and heritage. In Austin, Bevo is treated with respect befitting a royal ambassador. Fans gather at his pen before games. Parents bring their children to see him. And alumni visit to reminisce about the games of years past. In Tennessee, Smokey is beloved, even revered. Fans cheer as he leads the Vols onto the field, and children watch with wide-eyed admiration as he barks in sync with the crowd's chants. And now we listen to the voices of the fans, those who grew up hearing stories of Bevo's indomitable spirit, his presence a symbol of Texas strength. Those who recall their first encounter with Smokey, watching him with awe and feeling the powerful bond that unites the volunteer nation. One alumnus recalls the chills he felt as Bevo marched onto the field. That long shadow of horns as memorable as any game-winning play. Another Tennessee fan recalls hearing Smokey's bark echoing through Neyland Stadium, a sound that struck deep into his heart, a call to rally behind his team. These mascots have become beloved icons that span generations, each citing a memory to be cherished, a story to be shared. Through these mascots, we glimpse the pride, joy, and unity that define the college experience. As we bring our journey to a close, let us carry with us the legacy of Bevo and Smokey. They remind us that college football is more than touchdowns and trophies. It is a celebration of tradition, history, and unity. Whether you bleed burnt orange or volunteer orange, these mascots bring us together, transcending rivalry and embodying the very best of college sports. Join us next week as we travel north to Wisconsin, where the University of Wisconsin's fifth quarter tradition brings fans to their feet even after the final whistle. Until then, I'm Brian Post, signing off from Campus Chronicles Beyond the Game, where we celebrate the stories that make college football an unforgettable experience. If you enjoyed today's episode, please take a moment to like, review, and share it with a friend or fellow sports fan. Your support keeps us exploring these legendary traditions week after week. Campus Chronicles Beyond the Game is a JourneyWise Studios production. Music by Shane Ivers, Silverman Sound.